All right, bro. Before we even get into what we're gonna talk about, this is not hate towards Tim and his career or none of that. Tim was a great player. He built a great dynasty with his team, won some rings, had a great career. This is not no hate or bash towards him whatsoever because I know how y'all get. You know what I'm saying? I just this conversation came up when I was talking to my family. Uh, you know, about how Tim Duncan. Well, my uncle felt like Tim Duncan is a generational player. Then my other uncle felt like he wasn't. My other uncle that felt like he was a generational player was saying like Tim was he was before our time. We didn't see Tim play, so I mean we kind of did with the Heat. You know what I'm saying? The Heat was one of my favorite teams, and then Brian. We ain't gonna talk about that. I love Curry. There you go, the cam cutting off. Hey, I told you my phone be glitching, but it be glitching, but I get nothing about it. And why is the brightness going low? What is it doing? Golly. All right, yeah. There's no hate towards him whatsoever. So let me sit down and get into it. Now, the reason I say Tim Duncan is not a generational player is because a generational player to me, this is to me, my opinion, is a player that still couldn't be guarded to this day. I feel like Tim Duncan can be guarded in today's basketball. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm not saying he's just gonna get shut down. I'm saying he can be guarded and stopped. Am I lying? Generational player to me is like Shaq or like a Steph. Let's think about it. Who today wants to guard Shaq in that paint? Throwing them elbows, all that strength. Not to mention, if you say something to him or touch him, he gonna beat you up. Who today want to guard Shaq? Please name me one person. Don't say Jokic. I'm not. This is no bad Jokic. I'm not saying Jokic scared. Nothing. I'm just saying, but Jokic don't want to deal with that beast down there for 4 quarters. nobody, nobody want to deal with Shaq for 4 quarters, man. All that elbowing, all that muscle, like he literally broke the rim. Like imagine if Shaq would have conditioned himself the right way, bro. I feel like him and Kobe, man, I don't even know how they split. I can't even think like that because that ain't what happened. But if him and Kobe never split, I think they would have way more than what they got. And honestly, y'all gotta think, Shaq was going coast to coast in his prime with the Rock, bro. Dude was going coast to coast as a big man. That's crazy. Generational player, man. Nobody today wants to guard Shaq. Nobody today wants to. I'm not talking about his era. I'm talking about my era. Nobody today want to guard Shaq. Nobody. And Steph, don't even get me started on that God. Wow. As we can see, Curry can't be guarded. They try to send one, it will never work. Send two, somehow it don't work. Send three, how does this not work? Send four, what is going on? Send five. Just try. Just. It's unexplainable, man. No, cause think about it. Think about how cold Curry is. He runs around the floor for 4 quarters, bro. Nobody wants to chase somebody for 4 quarters, bro. Eventually, you're gonna get tired. You just gonna be out of it. Nobody wants to do that, bro. We just seen what the Rockets did to him, bro. He got antagonized for 7 games and somehow still was putting up 30. I don't get it. Camera cut off on me again. Goodness gracious. Let me sit down if I get mad, bro. But yeah, nobody wants to guard, bro. Not even, I don't even think 10 years from now, people will want to sit there and guard Curry, but nobody wants to chase a little dude around the floor, bro. Nobody. Not to mention, he throwing a shot up, looking away. He making over 3 people, shooting over Wemby. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's generational talent to me. Somebody that still can't be guarded throughout the generation. That's generational talent. Yeah, y'all agree. Y'all gotta agree with me. There's no way y'all don't. That's generational talent. Somebody that can't be guarded throughout the generation. Shaq and Steph cannot be guarded. They cannot be. They can't be. They literally can't be. That's how I feel. Y'all comment down below how y'all feel. So, Tim Duncan, this is not no hate towards you, but you came up in the conversation with my family. I'm giving my opinion to the world about how I feel about a generational player. That's how I feel. Again, I'm not saying Tim Duncan was trash or his career was bad, but I'm saying I feel like in today's game, he could be guarded. I'm not saying he's just gonna get shut down, but I'm saying he could be guarded. He could. I feel like when it came down to like in the clutch moment, if you need to stop on Tim, you could get it. That's what I'm saying. In the clutch moment, if you need to get a stop on Shaq, you ain't gonna get it. In the clutch moment, you need to stop on Curry, you ain't gonna get it unless he ain't even. I can't. Yeah, you ain't gonna get it, bro. You ain't gonna get it. Because I was gonna be like, unless he missed, but I've never seen him miss in the clutch. I've never seen him miss. So yeah, y'all comment down below how y'all feel and let me know y'all opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me for saying Tim Duncan is a generational player. I ain't like I'm saying he trash. I'm just saying I felt like in clutch moment he could be stopped. That's all I'm saying. It's not about that. It's not about that. I'm saying in a 7-game series, I feel like somebody come with a game plan to limit him. Am I wrong for thinking that? In a 7-game series, can you come up with a way to limit Shaq unless he gets tired? In a 7-game series, can you come up with a way to stop Curry and he don't get tired? Like, I can't even explain them two, bro. For real. Like, for real, I gotta go watch the clip, bro. I watched Shaq go coast to coast, bro. I didn't know he was doing that. Shaq went coast to coast. That's crazy. Imagine if Shaq would have conditioned himself and really, dang, bro. I know Shaq, man. I mean, but I ain't mad at him either, though. Why would he condition himself and nobody could stop him? All he do was go out there and play. But he could have won way more rings. He could have played way longer if he would have helped his stamina. Yeah, that's my take on it. Subscribe. I'm out.